Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Learn with PosterMyWall. I'm Lisa, and today Susie and I have a special guest, Kim George, founder of Your Chic Geek. And Kim is going to share tips on how to create a social media presence that is so irresistible that your customers and prospects will not be able to stop themselves from falling madly in love with you. But first, everybody, let us know who's here and where you're from. Fill up those comments for us. So we all struggle to stand out online, but what if you could consistently create visuals and post content that your audience would find engaging, captivating, fun? And today, that's what Kim is going to show you how to do. Again, Kim is the founder of Your Chic Geek, a website that offers courses and do-it-yourself materials to help solopreneurs stand out with great visual design and epic digital products. What attracted us to Kim was that she does such a great job of presenting and marketing herself, and we knew she was just the person to share great tips with you guys. All right, so Susie, who's with us today?
Well, we haven't had any comments with location, but we've got a lot of thumbs up, a lot of hearts, and about 100 people, 120. We're getting a lot of people join us, so that's
Yay!
Awesome.
All right. So it's great to have everybody with us. If you have questions for Kim or for PosterMyWall, please put them in the comments. If we don't answer you live today, we'll be checking back and we'll get answers from Kim and post them within the next 24 hours. And as always, this video is going to stay here on Facebook, so you can come back and rewatch it at any time or share it with anybody you think might find it helpful. We will also have a copy of this on our YouTube channel and on our PosterMyWall website. So it's time to get started. Welcome, Kim. Why don't you go ahead and share your screen?
Okay, awesome. So, hey, good morning, good afternoon. I don't even know what time it is. I'm in a different time zone, but hello to everyone. Nice to meet you all. I'm going to go ahead and kick things off with sharing my screen. So give me just a second here. And just let me know when you guys can see my screen. I'm going to go ahead and start presenting right now. And I'm at the wrong slide, so give me a second.
All right, we can see your screen. You're good to go as soon as you're ready.
Okay, let's see here. See, view, present. Okay, all right. So can everybody see my screen? Is everything good to go?
We're all good.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, awesome. So again, guys, welcome, welcome, and welcome. I'm gonna move this window just a little bit. As Lisa just stated, I'm Kim George. I'm the founder of Your Chic Geek. And I am here to help you guys or present some information on 5 ways to look irresistible on social media. And so I'm super excited about this presentation, and I hope that you guys will walk away fired up, excited, and take plenty of notes with the information I'm going to be sharing to help you guys stand out and get noticed using social media. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So again, as Lisa stated, I'm Kim George. I'm the founder of YourChicGeek.com, and I pretty much specialize in helping solopreneurs, again, as she stated, stand out with great visual design, DIY style, and also I help a lot with tech as well. And so again, I'm here to help you create an irresistible social media presence that gets people excited to learn more about you and engaged with your brand. That is what I'm here to do today. A little tidbit of information about me. I love fishing. That is correct. I'm a country girl. I love spending time with family, and I could hear, yes, I do bait my own hook. I have pictures to prove it, but that's just a little bit of tidbit of information about me. Okay, so here is a quick agenda and an overview of some of the information that you guys are going to walk away with today. So in this workshop or in this free class, you're going to get some tips and some suggestions on how to create branded graphics with your brand's colors, fonts, and more. Essentially, it's going to be, information on how to help your brand look more cohesive on the visual design front. Okay. We're also going to talk about how to write a great bio that shares your brand's mission and explains how you help people, okay? We're also going to talk about the importance of using branded URLs. This is something that I see all the time, but why it's important to do that for branding, cohesiveness, and all of that good stuff. And then we're also going to talk about, and you're going to get some tips on how to easily create and some types of engaging content that you can create to help you kind of engage more with your audience, stand out, and get noticed and things like that. So again, this is just a little bit of the agenda and what we're going to be talking about today. And so again, I'm super duper excited. So before we dive off into this free class, guys, into the meat of this presentation, this is a quote that I pulled that I thought was really, really relevant to the times that we are in reference to social media. And it simply just says that we don't have a choice on whether we do social media. The question is how well we do it. And I mean, it just speaks volumes of where we are today, right? So again, hopefully with the information that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, you'll get some ideas and things that can help you, again, do social media a little bit better as far as branding and all of that good stuff is concerned. So again, super excited. All right, so why great branding is important on social media, guys. Let's talk about it. So number one is it helps you stand out from everyone else. It's as simple as that, right? And I put here as a tip, if you're blending in, no one else is going to remember you. You guys know social media is super busy. There's so many people out there, so many people that are trying to get attention, so many people that want to get heard. And so if you're not standing out, then you're blending in with everyone else, right? All right, so number two is it makes it easier for you to be recognized. Now, I can tell you guys from experience that one of the things that, lets me know that I'm doing, especially from a visual design perspective, that I'm doing things right when it comes to social media is to have people say, hey, Kim, I saw something that you posted. I knew it was you because of the look of your graphics. I know your graphics from anyone else's graphics, and so on and so forth. And so maintaining a cohesive look with your brand is going to make it easier for people to recognize you. It's just as simple as that, right? All right, so number three is it helps you helps you to become attractive and attract the right people, right? The right audience, your ideal audience. The right branding, and I put it here, will help you attract your ideal audience and your right peeps. It's just one of my favorite things to say, peeps, but it does do that for your brand. And again, I'm a testament to this. It definitely will work, and it does work. Okay, so now we're going to get into the juicy tips, guys, on how to look more appealing and irresistible on social media. So I'll say, if you have a pen and you want to take some notes and things like that, by all means, please do so. Okay, so tip number one is to choose a distinct color palette for your brand. I have here, choose a color palette or a color scheme that makes all of your branding cohesive and easy to recognize. Again, if you have all of these different colors and you're trying to be a Picasso, listen, Picasso can do that. We're not Picasso. Keep it simple. Choose a distinct color scheme, something that you can use repeatedly over and over again with your branding, again, to help people recognize you easier. It's just as simple as that. I have a picture over here to the right. We're going to talk about this specific tool that I like to use for branding, and it really just makes it easy, and it takes all of the guesswork out of, what color should I be using, all of that good stuff. So that's tip number one. So again, choosing a color scheme for your branding is really, really easy. The tool that I would recommend that you guys use and leverage is called colorpalettes.net. It is a free tool. It is perfect for DIYers. And again, it takes the guesswork out of pairing colors together. You know what I mean? And so what happens is that with colorpalettes.net, you have where all of your colors are pre-selected for you. So again, if you're trying to figure out, well, what red goes with this green or what purple goes with this yellow, it's all done for you. And so what you would do is, as an example with colorpalettes.net, is you would use what's called the hexadecimal color codes, which are these codes that you see underneath the colors that correspond to a specific color. So if you're in PosterMyWall and you're creating, let's just say, some kind of social media graphic, and for example, if you wanted to apply this specific pink to your graphic. All you would have to do is copy that pink color code, which is the hexadecimal color code, and apply that to your graphic and PosterMyWall to change it to that pink. It's just as simple as that, okay? And then I have it, the last tip here is that you just simply choose the color codes and apply them to your branding to put those into your graphics or anything that you're gonna be creating, okay? So that's just one of my favorite tools. All right, so number 2 is to create on-brand graphics for your brand. On-brand graphics are simply designs that have consistent fonts, consistent colors, style, and images on them. As you can see over here to the right, guys, I created all of these graphics using the color scheme that I just mentioned to you guys, I just showed you guys in the previous slide in PosterMyWall. All of these graphics, the logo, you see the blue there, or that pretty teal right there. Over here to the right, you see a book marketing graphic that I created in PosterMyWall, same color scheme. You see the top graphic here about a workshop, same color scheme. So all of these graphics work in tandem with one another. And so when I start marketing, or if I were to market these graphics, people would say, okay, well, I know that's Kim. I can recognize her. I see the same kind of style, the colors, all that kind of stuff. I know that's her brand. So I hope that helps. Okay, so here's an example of actually one that I did do from PosterMyWall. You can see over to the left, this is just a regular template that I took from PosterMyWall. It's about copywriting services, all of that good stuff. And what I did was, again, over to the right, this is the same template, guys. All I did was take my color scheme, as you can see at the bottom. I put the green at the top. I put the pink, or kind of a sort of a lighter pink at the bottom. I put the black over from the color scheme that I'm using, and then I put the yellow, and I just apply that to this same template. So instead of course, using it for copywriting services, I don't offer copywriting services, but I do offer automation services. So here is a great example of some of the things that you guys can do as well, again, to make your graphics and designs and your brand assets look cohesive, like it's coming from you, it's your brand. And so this is just an example of what you can do in PosterMyWall, just using a color palette for your brand. All right. Okay, so here's some more on-brand examples, and I've talked about these already, but as you can see over to the left, I have a logo design that I designed from PosterMyWall. Again, I just pop the colors in here. In the middle, the same thing. I just apply those colors. Over to the right is a Facebook promotional post. Apply the color scheme. All of these are my brand assets, and they look cohesive, and they look like they're from me. Okay. All right. So tip number 3 is going to be to create captivating bios. I put this image here, or this GIF here, because I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit an example of a bio that can be kind of confusing to people. But I put here to create a bio that tells people what you do, who you do it for, and how it benefits them. Please remember this, guys, okay? All right, so here is an example of what I would say, not necessarily a bad bio, but it's kind of confusing. And this is a fictitious person. This is not a real person. I promise you guys, this is a fictitious person that I've made up. And what I put here is meet Ann Burks. All I know is that Ann Burks is a CEO, because she has that in her her handle. And she's an author, reader, writer, coffee lover, dog lover. She's just trying to live life like it's golden every day, and she's YOLO. You only live once. So if I were to come across Ann's bio, I'm going to be like, okay, well, these are great. These hashtags are great, but what is this telling me about Ann? Like, what does she do? How can she help me? How can she serve or benefit me? Do you see what I'm saying? So this is just kind of a not so great example of a bio that you would want to use for social media. Now, here's an example, or here's a formula that I like to use whenever I'm coming up with a bio for social media. And it simply says that I help your target market create, sell, teach, whatever it is that you do. I tell them what you do and how you help them accomplish it by X, basically. So that's a simple formula that you guys can kind of, if you want to take note of this, that you can use to come up with a bio for your social media brand. And so I put here as an example, I teach solopreneurs how to create and sell epic digital products. That's what they're going to learn from me for passive profits. That's simple, right? It's simple, it's succinct, and it's to the point. So that's just an example there of a bio that you can use, or a bio formula that you can use if you struggle with coming up with trying to figure out how to write a bio for your social media. All right, so here are some examples, guys, of bios that I pulled that I thought were really, really great. Over to the left is Tarzan K. I thought she did a really great job of her bio. It just simply says, I write emails that sell. Simple, to the point. I'm not trying to, figure out what she does and how she can help me. So that if I'm looking for a copywriter, and if I'm doing email launches or product launches, and I'm looking for someone who can help me, or who I need some, who I want to help or need assistance with, or writing my emails for me, then she would possibly be someone that I would reach out to. Definitely, because this is what she does. All right. So over to the right, we have Tammy Metzler. She is an author and editor, and she helps business owners write, publish, and polish books that win clients. Simple, succinct, to the point. Again, if I want to write a book and I need some help with writing a book, if I come across her, this is going to pique my interest, because she has all of the things that I'm looking for in someone that could possibly help me write the book. So again, just some short examples, guys. All right, so here's one more example, and this is from Marcy Wrights. She is someone that I follow on social media, on Twitter, and she has here that she helps companies build their visibility, credibility, and relationships through online communications and training. Again, to the point. I know what she does. If I were looking for this, I would contact her. Simple. All right. So tip number 4, guys, is to keep your social media account names consistent. I know that, people may just kind of overlook this a little bit, and I've seen this, but again, you want to try to incorporate your brand name in all of your social media accounts where possible. And so I put here as an example of what I'm referring to. So for me, I'm Your She Geek. So everything that I have across the board for all of my social media accounts is Your She Geek. For my Twitter, it's Your She Geek 81, Facebook, Your She Geek, Pinterest, Instagram, so on and so forth, right? Just to keep things consistent. Okay. And then last but not least is, tip number 5 is create highly engaging or engaging social media content. And so what do I mean by this? I mean that it's essentially content that is going to keep your audience engaged and into your brand. And so I put here as a tip, the best thing to do is to create a social media content calendar to organize and track what it is that you're going to be posting. Now, over to the right, this is a form of engaging content that I've created for Instagram. And it just is essentially asking my audience, hey, what type of music puts you into a creative mood? What do you like to listen to get into the zone when you're creating, right? So that's just an example. And I have some more examples that we're going to get into here a little bit later, but let's get into the next slide. So in order to create engaging content, again, and content of any form, I put here as a step 1, guys, is to definitely consider, if you do not have one already, creating a social media content calendar. Now, here's a little snippet of the calendar that I've created for my brand. And again, before I was using this calendar, I was all over the place. I was running around like a hellish chicken, as they say here in the South. But I just didn't know, like, from one month to the next, what I was going to be posting. And so I created this calendar, and the calendar works as follows. So you can see over to the left, I have the month, right? You can see over into the next column, I have a theme. So that just means that anything that I'm doing for the month of January, guys, is going to be about social media branding tips. Everything. It just makes it simple. It streamlines things for me. Again, it just makes it simple and more organized. So as a product, if I have a product related to this, then this is a product that I'm going to market. If I have a course or a mini course or whatever it is that I'm selling, I'm going to sell that course that is related to that theme. I have the tweets related that I'm going to be sending out. I have hashtags related to that specific theme. I have a freebie that I'm going to give away related to that theme. I have content related to the theme. And then I have the URL to the free offer that I'm giving away related to that theme. Again, this is because it just helps me to stay organized. It helps me to track what I'm doing in a given month. And this goes on for, this is the same way for February, for March, April, the whole 9 yards. So again, this is just a snippet, and this is what helps keep me organized when I'm posting content on social media. Okay, so I have in step 2 is to determine what you want to post for engagement. Now, these types of posts here, guys, are just kind of, regular, normal kind of posts that you would normally see, or some things that you're probably already posting. So I have some examples here. Info posts. These are just informational posts that are related to topics in your niche. You have quick tip posts or graphics. This can be basically taking content from a blog post that you've written that you're going to turn into some quick tips, and it can be text-based or it can be image-based. You have inspirational quotes. I know I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are probably already posting quotes, which are great. And then you have sales and special offers. So if you have products or services that you're selling, you're probably already posting a lot of that information online to your audience, right? To let them know about, sales and things like that that you have coming up. Now, in my experience, and this is just getting a little bit more into engaging and having people respond and things like that, you may want to take a screenshot of this, but these are the types of posts that I've seen do the best when it comes to true engagement, creating that open dialogue or that just kind of fun conversation with your community and with your followers and things like that. And so some of these examples are as follows. So you have, what's your favorite? And this can just be like, what's your favorite movie, right? For a car wash, what is your favorite car deodorizer if you were running a car wash? What's your favorite beverage to pair with a burger? If you had a restaurant, a local restaurant, right? What's your favorite place to ride your bike on a Saturday? Those are just engaging posts that people love to respond to, okay? For fill in the blank, this is another type. What's your favorite, or my favorite movie is blank. My favorite food is this. The one aspect of servicing my car that I like to do myself, and this is for a car mechanic or a car shop, is this. My favorite room in my home is this, for realtors, things like that, if you wanted to create some form of engagement for your audience. Okay, so then we have this or that post. So this can be things like coffee or tea. Are you a cat or a dog lover? For a CPA, do you do your own taxes, or do you use a CPA or accounting firm? For a cleaning service, do you like to stay at home when people come to clean your home, or get the heck out of the way? That's something that you can post, right? All right, so over in the last column, I'm going to move my screen over here in a little bit. Sorry for just a little. Okay, and the last column I have is if you could. So these can be questions, like if you could take a vacation anywhere in the world, where would you go? That's a great one to start the conversation. If you could retire tomorrow, what would you do? If you could change out a light fixture in your home, what room would it be? And then last but not least, for a landscaping service, if you could change one aspect of your yard, what would it be? So again, you're going to see people responding to this. You definitely are. I mean, I've used this and it works like a charm. Okay. And so again, if you guys can see this, you can snapshot this just to get some ideas and things like that for your own brand, and use them and apply them to the niche and the audience that you're serving as well. All right. Now, you're probably wondering or asking, with these type of posts or with posting content, period, what's a good ratio to use for posting the regular content versus promos to social media? I kind of like to do a 50-50, but in doing the research, I've discovered that it's 80-20 is actually the ratio. I can't talk, but 80-20 is actually the ratio that you want to follow, meaning that 80% of the content that you're going to be posting is going to be educational content. It's going to be things that are serving your peeps. It's going to be, informational content. It's going to be all that kinds of stuff, versus the 20% is going to be the promotional things, right? The sales, the special offers, the one-day offers, all of that kinds of stuff, coupons, things like that. So that is a good rule to follow when it comes to, how much promo versus regular content you should be posting. Okay. All right. So we're going to get into some engaging content examples, guys. Again, these are just things that I've discovered from different brands that I think are doing a great job of engagement and just, posting really, really good content on social media. So up first is myself. I put this here. Again, this is one of the posts that I created, and I was really shocked at how many people kind of started chiming in, and it just really got the conversation going. I was like, wow, this is just things that I never thought to post. So what shows are you currently binge watching on Netflix? I know, I know a lot of you guys are probably Netflix subscribers. I am, and I watch a lot of stuff. And I posted this question, and I put here, that my favorites are Ozarks and a couple of other shows. And I started getting responses back from people like, oh, I'm watching this, or I'm watching this. And I'm like, oh, I've never heard of that, but I'll write it down. That's really great to know. So again, it really started getting the conversation going with my community. I was just like, wow, I can't believe it that people really love this kind of content. So that's an example there. All right, so some other engaging and great content that you can post on social media that I've seen is over here to the left is Matty Woodard. I think I may be butchering his name. I'm so sorry if I am, but he does a really great job of posting content. And he has over here what I've already kind of mentioned in a previous slide is a quick tip graphic where he talks about an effective DM strategy should include 3 things. And he lists out those 3 things and all that good stuff. So I thought that was really, really informative and great type of piece of content. Okay. And then over to the right, we have here, and I might have to keep, sorry guys, I may have to keep moving this over a little bit to see the screen here. Over to the right, we have a post from some folks that I follow on Instagram. They're Blue Chic and they are WordPress developers. And then they're just putting here, hey, here's some mistakes that you can avoid when creating your dream website. So again, just a great example of information that you can share. All right, so I'm just going to leave this right here. I think it should be fine. Okay, so over here to the left, I have here, this is a post from Emily. She is a Pinterest queen. She's on Twitter. I follow her there. And she just put here, these are some things that you can use Twitter to do, or you can use Twitter to do the following. And as you can see, she got some decent engagement with this. And I thought that was just a great kind of an open, post that she did. And I just like that. I like her vibe. I really, really do on Twitter, as far as a communication and conversational type of post. All right, so over here to the right is Tabitha Brown. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of her, but she's really, really awesome. She does a great job with social media. She's a vegan foodie, and she just kind of talks a little, she gives a lot of like informational and inspirational type content. I wish I could play the video here, but this is just something that she shared with her audience, and she just does, to me, a great job of engaging with her audience, and she really makes you feel like you're a part of her world, right? So she does a great job with this. And so that's an example from her. Okay, so here's an example over here to the left of Angie Gensler. And she is a social media, I think she's a coach or an analyst or something like that, but she does a great job with social media, guys. I probably butchered her title, but she does a really great job with social media. And one of the things that she posted is, what's something good COVID has brought into your life? That's a really great post, right? Really great post. It makes you think. Even out of all the craziness that's been going on with that, that's a really great post to put for engagement and things like that with the audience. All right. So over here to the left, I have a post from Becker Accounting. I thought this is a great example of kind of showcasing someone who has used their services to pass their CPA exam. So I thought this is really, really great. So this is from them, and I thought they did a good job with this, of showcasing their peeps. So it's really good. Okay, so over to the left on this slide, we have Julie of Old Truck Forums. This is her Instagram, and I love what she did here. This is basically, telling people about an upcoming workshop that she has going on. And I just like the, it's informational / promotional, but I do like how she kind of mixed it in together and married the two. So I think she did a really great job on that. And then over here, we have a different box of crayons. She's a quilter, and I really like her post. She does, with quilting, it's the kind of industry where you kind of have to do more photo and video based content. And she does a really great job of this. I've looked at her Facebook feed, and she has a lot of, videos that are how-to videos and things like that, showing people, how to do certain quilts, how to put certain quilts together. That is really, really a great type of engaging content, right, for her audience. Because again, with quilting, you kind of have to do more of that type of content. So I really love the job that she's doing. Okay, guys. So I know this has been a lot of information today, but I do want to know from you guys, are there any questions? Was I talking too fast? Is there any slides that you want me to go back to? Did you guys get anything from this? Anything that you have for me, please, by all means, please, you can ask your questions, and I'll, definitely answer as best as I can. But I do hope that was helpful and just kind of getting you guys kind of, your minds jogging on things that you can take away and start implementing in your businesses for your brands.
So Kim, we did have one question about themes. Do you think that it's better to have your themes run monthly or quarterly or weekly? How do you figure out what's right for your business?
Now, for me, I actually do monthly themes. It kind of is up to you on whether you want to do like a quarterly, monthly, that kind of situation. But for me, I found that monthly makes it easier for me to kind of map out over the course of each month what I want to talk about and what I want to kind of market about in my business. But again, it's ultimately up to you whether or not you want to decide to go on a monthly, do a monthly recurring theme for marketing or a quarterly. It just kind of depends on how you want to go about it. But for me, I found the theme of the month, a monthly theme works best for me. That works best for me.
Okay, and then I had one question. Anissa
Sure.
wants to know about the calendar. She said that she didn't quite understand it. So if you could just kind of retouch on what, I think what she wants to know is, what are the things you should be putting on your calendar?
Okay, so that's a great question.
How to organize your calendar.
Okay, so that's a great question. Again, what I have a lot of stuff on my calendar, but in my experience, a few of the things that you definitely want to include on your calendar, again, are going to, of course, include the month that you're going to be doing the marketing for, the theme that you're going to do the marketing for, and then any products or services that you're planning to market around that theme, any kinds of content that you're planning to post, and basically like hashtags. Those are the things that you definitely want to include, because again, these things just make it so much easier to kind of, go from a month to month or a quarterly basis, figuring out or knowing in advance what you're going to be marketing, promoting, posting about, and so on and so forth. So I'll say definitely this is a lot of stuff here, but at a base or at a bare minimum, definitely the theme of the month, right? So what do I plan to market around for the month of January? Or what do I plan to market around for the month of February? So again, your products or services that you're going to be marketing for that theme. If you have anything related to that theme, then write those down. Okay. Content that you're going to be posting. So if you're going to do blog content, if you're going to do podcast, if you're going to do videos, write those things down, right? Hashtags. That's something else that you can definitely include. Anything related to that theme, create hashtags for that specific theme. And then again, if you have any kind of free offer, I would also add that as well. So those are the bare minimum things that you can definitely add to your kind of marketing calendar every month to kind of keep track of what's going on. Again, mine is a little out there, but those are the things that I would definitely consider adding for sure at a bare minimum. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kim. We had a couple more questions, but sure. I think what we'll do, we'll go through the comments, and I know a couple of people wanted to see other pages, and I can post that I can post that later in the comments for them. So if we didn't get your question live, we will get back to you shortly. So thank you so much, Kim. That was absolutely fabulous. I mean, I'm looking at the comments, and a lot of people were saying this is really going to help them. So
thank you. Yay.
We all appreciate that.
Thank you.
And also, Kim has offered to share a free download. It is a cheat sheet, 5 simple ways to stand out and look irresistible online. Susie's going to paste that into the comments so that you can get access to that.
Awesome.
All right, so let me just share the promo I'm going to
Okay.
share the promo code slide. We're going to wind down now. Got just a couple more things for you today.
All righty.
All right. All right. So again, thank you all for joining us, and thank you for Kim for sharing your social media secrets. I hope everybody's gotten a lot of great ideas they can use for their own social media feed. Again, we'll be checking the comments, so put your questions, we will get back to you. And please do share this with any of your friends who are business owners or marketers who might benefit from PosterMyWall or from Kim's expertise. If you want to get in touch with Kim, again, she is yourchicgeek.com. Feel free to reach out to her. And also, for any of you who are new to PosterMyWall, we have a promo code, 30% off with the promo code Irresistible30. And that is good for a new subscription, premium or premium plus, or an upgrade from premium to premium plus. Our next class is going to be March 31st at 12:30 Eastern Daylight Time. It's going to be a design coffee break, which means in the amount of time it'll take you to finish your coffee, we are going to give you some useful tips. This is going to be a quick start class. So for anybody who is brand new to PosterMyWall, this is the class for you. Also, if you have friends who were interested in trying PosterMyWall, this will help them get started. After that, on April 7th, we are going to have Steve Roop from Littlefield Agency show us how to manage restaurant customer relationships on social media. So that'll be a good one too. That's it for today. Thank you all for joining us. We totally hope you have a great day. See you next time.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
All right, I stopped the live stream. It was really